Hi guys, how you all doing? It's Lynn from Live, Laugh, Learn. Today we're going to talk about a little concept called revision, which comes from Neville Goddard's The Pruning Shears of Revision. It's a little technique to use to change the course of action, either from present experiences or past experiences, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. Obviously, the great teacher Neville Goddard, who I'm sure you've all heard of, offered the following process in 1954 in a lecture entitled The Pruning Shears of Revision. Every day, so basically every day before you go to sleep, you think through the event of the day. If any events or moments did not go the way you wanted them to, you replay them in your mind in a way that thrills you. So you have to get excited about the outcome. So if that includes changing the outcome to what it was during the day, then you do that visually in your mind as you're going to sleep. As you recreate those events in your mind exactly as you want them, you are cleaning up your frequency from the day and you are emitting a new signal and frequency for tomorrow. You have intentionally created new pictures for your future. It is never too late to change the pictures. Now, I just read that, just some little notes there on that. But basically what we're saying is there's a little trick to it. So before I go ahead, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. In regards to revision, what you want to do is you can actually revise something that has happened in the past. So if something has happened in the past and the way it transpired was not as you would have liked, it could be an argument with someone or it could be something that's occurred, you can actually revise that and change the way it unfolds moving forward. So basically what you're doing is, as you recreate those events in your mind exactly as you want them, you're cleaning up your frequency. So you're cleaning up what you actually put outwards. And it cleans up the frequency. It's a new frequency, and therefore, remember, everything is on frequency, everything is energy, and like attracts like. So we need to clean up those energies that don't serve us so that we can attract the energy that we want into our life. So if each day before you go to sleep, if you go through the day's events and anything that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, if you can change that in your mind as you fall asleep, then the following day, the series of events will unfold as if the way you dreamt it to be was the way it actually happened, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Basically, every day before you go to sleep, think through the events of the day. But the trick here is that the key part in his, I guess, the Pruning Shears of Revision lecture that he gave in 1954 is the line that it's never too late to change the pictures in your mind. So you have intentionally created new pictures for your future, but it's never too late to change the pictures. So you can always do the revision technique to change the way you want things to be in the future. So if you don't like something the way it happened, revise it before you go to sleep in the way you want it to manifest or the way you wanted it to have transpired during the day. Go to sleep, revise, put the new pictures in your mind, and then following on from that, the energy that you will exude will actually come from the place of the revision that you've done the night before. So instead of the day progressing in the way that, like, I'm going to use an example because it's probably going to be easier to explain. Say you had an argument with someone the day before, and the next day you're still a little bit antsy about it, you're not so happy about it, and you're like, I don't want to talk to that person, all right? Do the revision technique though. Okay, so had an argument today with someone. We're not too happy about it really. We really didn't want to have an argument with them. As we're going to sleep, we replay the scene in our mind. We have a different outcome. Then we wake up the next day. We're not so antsy about it anymore because in our mind, the second scene is what actually transpired. And now we're okay with what happened the day before. We're on a different frequency. We're not antsy, we're not angry. We're actually on a different level to what we would have been if we did not revise the series of events when we went to sleep. So the pruning shears of revision are really good to revise whatever happened during the day before you go to sleep. Reenact the whole day in your mind if you need to. Specifically whatever does not serve you. So whatever occurred that you didn't like during the day, you can change with the pruning shears of revision. And then as you wake up the following day, basically it's like waking up in the wish fulfilled, because what's going to happen is that you're going to be exuberating the frequency of the revision, not of what actually occurred. All right, so Neville Goddard, there's a lot of videos on Neville Goddard here on YouTube. Just do a search of the pruning shears of revision, and I think you can even get the whole lecture. It's really, really good to listen to, so I suggest you listen to it. And but if you've got some things that may have happened years ago, you can actually do the same technique